If all is spirit and spirit is all, how does the world and the universe come into existence and function? My name is Tom Ottmar, and I've been living with mystical insights, epiphanies and revelations for almost 60 years. I'm agnostic, a knower. Inside me is a complete spiritual, idealistic theory of the world. It explains everything material, abstract and subjective, all that exists, everything mental and physical, with the same principles and laws. It's a unified theory of everything. This video is part of that theory and the knowledge I have received. Why is it seemingly impossible to figure out how the world works? Well, it's because it requires a personal discovery, a subjective realization. You need to discover that you are something other than what you think. You are more than the idea of an I created by your analytical brain. And the world, too, is something other than your perception of it, also created by the brain. You must discover yourself from within the idea of yourself. You have to experience yourself from the outside somehow. Only a few do. At the same time, this wonderful experience is available to all of us. We all get little glimpses of insights, epiphanies, synchronicities, recognitions, and sometimes even miracles and revelations through many kinds of intuitions. The occasional insights are solid and trustworthy. They convince us at the moment. But they are also fleeting and are immediately displaced by everything else that requires attention in daily life. Intuitions are fundamentally different from cognitive analytical knowledge and cannot be fully described in words. They are thus difficult to study. As a rule, people are left with a strong and unshakable feeling that there is something more, but they cannot explain the insights rationally because intuition differs from analytical knowledge. The way to fully comprehend the world thus goes through understanding the strange phenomena of intuition. Intuition undeniably belongs to the world, but shows us things that we otherwise don't get, the part of reality that science struggles to discover. What I am talking about is called a spiritual awakening. It's about gradually or suddenly reaching a new level of realization. You start connecting things you begin to see. A certainty grows in you, an experience of knowing something true. Science rarely deals with such things, not yet. But religions do that, to a certain extent. They originated in mystical insights, but then schools were formed and dogmas established, primarily to attain power and control. They have locked themselves into certain opinions. Thus, the task is to wake up to new insights and reach higher emergent knowledge, which comes through studying one's subject from one's subjective experience of an eye. Traditionally, this has been reserved for the mystics, but now, spiritual insight is forcing itself into our minds whether we like it or not. The first reason for that is the feedback effect after the internet arrived. As we speak, new websites, videos, podcasts and books are constantly appearing where people convey what they know. The stories strike this unspeakable in us and spread with a speed and power we have never seen before. The global spread of knowledge is thus one reason why our paradigm is changing rapidly. Another is all the trials we face. Many have severe trauma from childhood, experience dysfunctional families, relationships that break down, loneliness. We live with war, have been through a pandemic, the personal economy is under pressure, we experience environmental crisis and all kinds of demands and expectations created by the media, advertising industry and everyone around us, which no one manages to live up to. It no longer works to be me. We are forced to take a closer look at ourselves. So we start watching and listening for answers and solutions. Then the knowledge comes forth from behind. You wake up. But this does not happen to those in the middle of an academic career, who have invested everything in becoming good within an established system. If they step outside the established, they risk losing everything. Therefore, science does not arrive at the whole truth about the world.